The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
There was a man, the Rosh Yeshiva of Petach Tikva, named Rabbi Yankiv Naiman, famous Rosh Yeshiva. He was a famous person. And one time when he was older, there was a vart, an engagement with a boy and a girl in an apartment house on a high floor without an elevator. And it was very late at night. And suddenly the door opens up and Rabbi Yankiv Naiman shows up for his vart. They were shocked. He climbed all the steps. He's an old gentleman. He was not a young man anymore. It was late at night. So they said, what's the pshat? She said, they offered him to say a few words. He was a very big speaker. He said, if you're amazed and you're wondering why I exerted myself to come for this vart and to climb all these steps, this chassan never learned in my yeshiva. I have no kesher with him at all. And what am I doing here? He said, I feel Hakarat Hatov to one of the two sides. You know why? One of the two sides, once in a while, tries to raise some money for my yeshiva. So when I heard that he's making a simcha, I was matriach myself with not a small tircha to come and be makar him teif. Now you're going to ask? He said, who did I learn that from? That's how you chayev to that. He said, I'll tell you, he said, I learned it from Moiri the Rabbi, the Kohen Gadol, the Chafetz Chaim. From him I learned this. When I came to learn in his yeshiva in Radin, I was a very young boy, young teen. And I came to him to take a look at his face. And he asked me my name. And I told him. She said, are you related to so-and-so? I said, I'm his grandson. Chafetz Chaim said, you know, I owe Hakarat Hatov to your grandfather. I'm chayev Hakarat Hatov to your grandfather. You know why? One time, I was in his city for the purpose of selling the Sfarim that I printed. And one night, I didn't have where to sleep. And your grandfather took me in, he did me a chesed, he took me in the house, and he gave me a bed to sleep on. And for that, I'm chayev Hakarat Hatov. Now, I'm sure the grandfather felt Hakarat Hatov to the Chafetz Chaim for coming into his house. If Chafetz Chaim come to my house, I would owe him my life. My house, he comes in my house. Chafetz Chaim said, I owe your grandfather Hakarat Hatov. And now's my chance to pay it back. He said, all the days that I was in the yeshiva, by the Chafetz Chaim in Radin, the Chafetz Chaim would stop at nothing to do me toivus. He was concerned that I had all my needs and that I was always taken care of in the best possible way. So that is what became ensconced in my psyche. That's where I learned what Hakarat Hatov is. And that's why I climbed all these steps at such a late hour, in order to say Mazel Tov and to mishtatev with him in his simcha. Rabbi say, if we think over our years, it's never too late to be makir teifa. And if you weren't makir teifa last year, don't think it's batal. If you weren't makir teifa 10 years ago, it's not batal.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org